Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Jijimon back again. I'm just gonna get right into the update. The version 2 has died, unfortunately. He did get to Skull Mammothmon? Skull Mammothmon, yes. Bergermon evolved into Skull Greymon and then into Skull Mammothmon. I think I got a little bit of footage while he was Skull Mammothmon. If I did, then I'll throw it up here somewhere. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage while he was a Skull Greymon, so you'll just kind of have to take my word on that. But yeah, well, funny thing I noticed about Skull Mammothmon, I guess I can't show you here. I can't open up the parameters while he's dead, but Skull Mammothmon actually has a really low minimum weight. I think like its base weight is 5G, which is the same as like Mamemon and stuff. I'm assuming they took that from the pendulum where Skull Mammothmon first appeared. Yeah, I just find that kind of funny because like he's all bones, so obviously he's really light. Of course, Skull Greymon is also all bones, and his weight is like 40G. I think that's just because the pendulums had much lower weights just in general than the original digital monsters. He lived to a healthy 7 years old. I left him home today to hold down the fort, and he kind of kicked the bucket while I was gone. I thought he would actually survive. I noticed that once he evolved into Ultimate, his heart started depleting a lot slower. And I even overfed him before I left, so he wouldn't get as many care mistakes from being hungry. But I guess it just wasn't enough. When you're gone that long, those care mistakes are going to add up. Still no traded egg either, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm not sure if I've ever gotten a traded egg on this device. I'm really hoping to get that so I can get a traded Omegamon Ultra S. I have the traded egg on my version 1. If I can just pull it over here. As you can see, I have it on the version 1, but no traded egg on the version 2 yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna run this right away again. I know for sure what I do want to do is unbox this guy. So I already ran the version 3. So I think what I'm gonna do with these Wave 2 devices is just run them one at a time, and then do just like one big run where I connect everything together and unlock all the backgrounds and stuff. I'm really looking forward to unlocking that File Island background. I think that one's so cool. One thing I noticed on this thing though, which is super disappointing, I'm not sure how well it's showing up on the camera here. You can see the chain on the version 3 has started to like rust a little bit. I don't know if this is a common issue with the version 4. I was digging through the Digitama hatchery to see if anyone else had the same issue. I didn't find too much, but there was one other person I saw that had a similar issue on a version 3 as well. So I'm not sure if it's just the version 3s or the Wave 2 in general. But yeah, very disappointing. I mean, it's not a huge deal. The chains aren't that difficult to replace, and I'm sure they're pretty cheap, hopefully. But when these things are so expensive, I would have appreciated a little nicer, quality materials. But yeah, anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen with the version 4. I don't have any fancy unboxing knives like the other big YouTubers have, so I'm just using scissors here. I may have to cut a little bit of this out because I really struggle to unbox these. You know what? I might not even use the scissors. I might just peel the tape. Sometimes it's just the easiest. Yeah, they do not make this very easy. Let's see. I will say, I do really like that they chose Kawagamon as the mascot for this version. I think Kawagamon is such a cool Digimon. And its sprite's surprisingly cute too. I feel that way with a lot of Digimon sprites though. Their sprites are... the Digimon they're representing is like super like badass and scary. But the sprites are surprisingly cute. Yeah, I think this is going to take me a little bit. I'll be right back. So I finally got the tape off this thing, so let's just, peel the back off and Yeah, I love how the keychain just clips in there. Oh, that's so satisfying. I love the color they chose for this one. It looks like, based on the packaging, the other color was like a navy blue and yellow. That one looks nice too, but this shade of red, like the ruby red, oh, it looks so good. And with the white, the only concern with the white is I'm afraid it's gonna yellow over time. Like if you look at original version 4s, a lot of them are all yellowed. It's the same with the version 2 as well. I think the other color for the version 2 was white and black, which looks so good. It looks so good, but again, in like 5 years, 10 years, it's probably gonna look a little bit gross. So that's my only concern with this. Yeah, it feels a little underwhelming not having the tab. I feel like I'm missing out on a crucial part of the unboxing experience, but let's just go ahead and turn it on. Oh, I still can't get over how good these screens are. They could have easily cheaped out, but yeah, no, these look good. Alright, what time is it? Let me check my fancy Digimon watch. 1904. So if I can do my math right, which, I don't know, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I think that's 7:04. Beauty. So this is Yuramon. He's kind of blended into the background there. It's a little bit hard to see, but that's Yuramon. So let's give it some food. If I remember correctly, the training on this is like the version 2, except it's percentage instead of like a bar. Yeah, there we go. One thing I've noticed too is that the training in each version, they change the obstacle that you're fighting. I think in like the version 1 and 2, it's like a punching bag. In the version 3, it was a wall. In the version 4, it looks like it's a rock. And I think the version 5 is a tree. I never noticed that until recently, so yeah, it's a neat attention to detail. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sound down on this too. Like I've mentioned before, these things are super loud. One thing I've noticed now too on the Wave 2, before you couldn't mute it from this menu. You could only turn the volume down. I mean, it didn't really make a difference because you could still mute it by pressing the top and bottom buttons, but it threw me off for a little bit. At first I didn't think about that, and I thought you couldn't mute it because it wasn't in the volume menu. But yeah, awesome. One thing I will say about the version 4, I know I said the version 3 was my favorite of the originals, but I think version 4 is kind of creeping up as a close contender. One thing I really appreciate about the version 4 is that, with the exception of maybe the version 5, I think the version 4 has like the strongest overall theming. Like, it's got a very like jungle Digimon kind of theming. Like, you've got Kawagamon and Mojamon and Sealamon, like all these like very, I don't know, I feel like jungle dwelling Digimon. Well, except for the ultimate stages, but I feel like the ultimates in most of these devices don't really fit in with the rest of the rosters very well. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna upload this video by itself, but going forward for this run, I'm still not sure what approach I'm gonna take. I might keep just uploading like usual, but one thing I always struggle with is sometimes I'll sit down to record and I just won't have a whole lot to say, and so it's hard to fill up an entire video. What I might try to do instead is do like the full run as like a single log, or a single vlog. That way I can sit down and record and just speak for a minute or two, and if I don't have anything to say, it's not that important. One thing I feel kind of bad about is in my last video was our last couple videos were kind of mostly about the pendulum colors. I kind of tried to merge those videos, try to do like those videos as well as the vlog in kind of the same video, and I feel like it didn't really fit, so I kind of want to stray away from that going forward. I'll have the vlogs as kind of their own things, and any kind of news or updates or speculations or whatever are going to be kind of their own video. I feel like that's just makes for a better viewer experience. Speaking of the pendulum colors, Bandai recently released a poll for favorite Digimon on the Nature Spirits 1.0 and 1.5. I was repping my boy Gotsumon. I feel like he's such an underrated Digimon, but I'm curious to see what the votes on that one are. I feel like a lot of times when they do votes like that, they're very anime-centric, but aside from Tentomon, and I guess Gatomon as well, on the 1.5, there's not a whole lot of anime Digimon on the Nature Spirits, and even the ones that are, like Tentomon, I feel like he's one of the less popular of the original partner Digimon. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the results of that poll are going to be. I'm hoping, you know, they don't do my boy Gatsumon too dirty. I'll go ahead and leave the poll in the description in case you guys missed it, and let me know who you're voting for, because I'm actually curious. I really like when Bandai does those polls, because I feel like it gives an interesting insight into what the fans of Digimon are thinking. I think that's going to be it from me. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. I'm not too sure what kind of route I'm going to go for on this. I'll probably just raise it regularly and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm a big believer in the fact that the first run on a new device should be blind. I feel like that whatever you raise first on a device is like your partner, because you raised it not by following a guide, but like by, you know, how, like I was saying, I do think like the first run on a device should be blind, because the Digimon you get says a lot about you, because you raised it how you would raise your Digimon, and not necessarily based on a guide or anything. So I'm gonna raise this one blind and kind of see what I end up with. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for me. This is Jijimon signing off.